yeah, we're just
sure.
gonna fucking go because I
Yeah.
feel as if like um we need to show the controversial side of being women of God running a business and just being real fucking people, right? Like we're like, yes, I understand to some people we might seem like there's no way like that they're like these Christian girls and they're gonna run a freaking Christian like account and like gonna base their podcast around God. Like I'm sure people are probably gonna like be like fall over in their chairs, but guess what? Here we are.
Absolutely. Well, and you were just making that comment about like people in church, right? You don't know who these people actually are. And you can't judge a book by its cover. You don't know your neighbor. You don't know
You
what goes on
don't.
behind closed doors. Like, you don't know who people are on the inside. The person sitting
You
next
don't.
to you in church could be a really shitty human being.
Yes.
You just don't know.
They could
Don't
be
stop
showing
judging
up.
people.
They could just be showing up to like literally preach on people, like come in and like poach on people because they know like our hearts, because people that go to church have like good hearts, like you can manipulate them, like they can seek people out that way. And and I don't get me wrong, like I love our church and we just like recently got a church family and there's so many amazing people there. But it's like I was telling Maya, I was like, yeah, but at the same time there's like straight creep people that like go to church and like they're not good people. Or I've seen people that will be at church and then you'll see them out in a restaurant and they'll like scream at like the waitress because they didn't get their order right or something. And it's
Yes.
like, and you are God, like you go to church, you are
Ooh.
like a servant of God, like no way. And I was like, you would much rather me be the person that picks you up on the side of the road, the girl that like does Botox and cuss and does like the weird shit and runs my accounts and like talk about money and this and that, than that person to pick you up on the side of the road. You know what I mean? So it's like there is no one size fit all to being a Christian, and like we need to stop the judgment. Like we need to stop the freaking judgment.
Absolutely. You kind of brought up something that I forgot about. So I used to be a server in college, and every Sunday morning we had Sunday brunch. It was like, you had the big rush as a server, and we
Yes.
always dreaded the church crowd because they were terrible tippers and they were just rude. And now that
Yeah.
I think about it, it's like, why? As Christians, we should be giving and nice and polite, and the church crowd wasn't. And me as a Christian, back then I wasn't church going, but I am always and have always been a good tipper.
Yeah.
Especially now, I've been in the service industry. And once you've been in the service industry, or you make money off commission, I feel like you are always a good tipper. And that's
Yeah.
just who we are. You always
Once
just
you
want to.
do it, you're like, I know what it goes through, especially when you get a good one.
Absolutely. And the people that are serving, that's what they live off of.
Yeah.
And I know you, especially Leanne, I know you've done this. You give somebody like $100 tip and you
Oh yeah.
watch their face light up or their tears come down. And like, that like you are doing, like, you are literally making their day, their week, like their month. It's
Yes.
just,
Yeah. No, it's so true. I just one that sticks out in my mind was this woman, and she didn't really talk to us too much about anything, but she was just a really amazing, she was on her game. It's like when you have kids and like it's chaotic at dinner and it's just like she remembers everything, like the
yeah,
kids would say like, I want another ranch, or I want this, or can I have another drink? And it was like she would just come back with more drinks because just she knew that one she did one for one, that she would come back to the table and the other ones would want it, and she was just
yeah,
on it, and like I could tell she's got to be a mom.
yeah.
And she was like, yeah, today's just like really slow. She's like, you guys are like the second table that I've had like all lunch today. And so it was just like, oh, like the poor thing. And she was just on it. She was just good. She was sweet. She wasn't like over talkative, but she was just like really good at her job. Like she was like, this is my job. And she's like, I'm really good at it. And anyways, I always let the kids give them the tip because I feel like, because they love to
Aw,
like give the money. So
yeah.
anyways, we gave her $100, whatever. And like, she literally like almost had tears to her eyes. She was like, I'm a single mom of 4 kids. And she's like, you have no idea what this means to me. She was like, I was literally think I was like going to go home with like $20 today, because it was at Applebee's, so it wasn't like a really high paying restaurant. We were just like stopping in for lunch. But anyways, she was just so appreciative, and it feels so good to give. And that's why it's like, the money in the right hands of people, like you can bless so many people. And it's like, yeah, there's people that get money in their hands that aren't good people and they don't do good things with it, but that's why good people need to get their asses up and go make a lot of money and change the world.
Yes, 100%. Because stories like that, when good Christians make good money, you can make a bigger impact like that. So
Yeah.
instead of just, being able to tip a waitress $100, think of how you can amplify that as
Yeah.
a Christian when you make even more money. Like, just think about the ripple effect you can have. It's
Yeah.
just it's incredible. Like, that's what God wants. That's what
Yes.
he wants us to do.
He does. He does. He wants us to just do his work. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to like,
No.
it doesn't, and there is no right or wrong way. Like he gave it to you. He knows who you are. So show up as you and go do it. Go be that good-hearted person that you are. It doesn't matter if you cuss a little bit and you whatever it is, however you are, however you show up, you don't have to be perfect. And I remember like growing up there would be like like you'd have your teacher, for instance. Like I have teachers that were like you could just tell they were very godly, very good, whatever. And
Yeah.
then you'd be like you would get older and then you go out to the bar and they'd be like out having like drinks with their friends, like, oh my God, you went to church and
Yeah.
you're a teacher and you're out here having a drink. Like
Like,
you
what?
can't have a drink, like what? Like that's insane. But like they were a little bit of fun on the weekends and they would like go do their things or whatever. And it was just like, it was like a whole like different idea of it. But it was just it for me, I just feel like the more real and raw person that you are and like you just show up with good intentions and you just got a good fucking heart, like that's it. It doesn't matter, and like nothing else should matter as long as you know that you're a good person and you're moving with good intentions and you're trying to help others and you're trying to serve others and you're trying to do good for others. Like that's all God truly cares about. Like yeah, all the other little things, like yes, we can always try to be a little bit better, a little bit this or that, but I'm pretty sure that I won't not be welcomed into heaven because I said fuck a lot. I'm just saying it.
And here's my thing too. I have a terrible habit of like, yes, I say like, oh fuck, but I say like Jesus. Like if I like
Oh
stub
yeah,
my
I do
toe or
too.
something, I am always like Jesus or like Jesus fuck. And
Yes,
like that's my thing. And anytime I say it, I'm like, sorry God, and I apologize
me
because it
too.
is something that I'm working on. Like I
Mhm.
don't want to use that. Like I don't want to use God's name in vain. Or I say like, oh
Yes,
my God, like oh my God. And
I've been
it's
trying.
some
I do that too lately. That you say that, like, because I've been, and then I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so
No,
sorry.
I do. I literally, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Because, and I mean it, because I 100%, I am trying. Like, I don't
Yeah,
want to do that. Like, I
yeah,
am
me
making a
too.
conscious effort to not use his name in vain because there are other things that I can say. I don't need to say that. But it
Yes,
is such, it's ingrained in me that it comes out in a way that like you just say it, and like I don't need to do that. I don't need to be saying that. And it's like,
yeah,
I do care about my relationship with God and I do not want to do that. So it sounds stupid, but I literally look up and I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, so it's like I'm working on it.
yeah.
Nobody's perfect. So we're out here, we're trying. Like, we're out here, we're trying.
And that's
You
all you can
know?
do.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And every time I pray, like my prayers always start with like, "Hi God, it's me." I don't know how you start your prayers. How do you
Yeah,
start your prayers?
yeah. Usually it's something like that. Like, hi God, it's me. Or like, hey, I'm back.
Yeah.
I usually do that, like, as I
Yeah.
feel like I'm always just like, "Hey, I'm back." Because like sometimes I'll pray and like I'm so ADD, I'll be like in the middle of a prayer and then go off and do something else, and then I'll be like, "I'm back."
Yeah.
I'm like literally I'll be praying and then like something will come into my head and I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta go check that," or like
Yeah.
do this or that, and then I'm
Yeah,
like,
like
"All right, I'm
pause.
so sorry. I'm getting better at this. I can't even do it the whole freaking prayer half the time because my mind is so like all over the place. But I know He loves me for me and He knows that I'm trying.
He's like,
You
"Girl,
know?"
it's okay. It's okay, babe. It's okay."
Yeah, I'm like in the middle of the prayer, just like, there she goes again.
Oh, yeah. Wait.
I did that reel, oh gosh, it was probably like a week or two ago where it was like, did that go the way you thought it was, like the way that you planned it to be? And I was like, nope. Because it's like literally my life. Like literally my life. I try and I try to show up, but sometimes I fall short. And it's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay.
It's okay, baby. God still loves you.
Yes, he does. He does. We're like, we're working out here. It's a lot being a mom, and a wife, run a business, and being a
Yep.
friend, and being a daughter, and being all the things. Like it's hard
Yep.
showing up for everybody, 100% all the time.
Oh yeah.
Um, but the reason, I really felt so compelled to like kind of talk about this whole controversial type thing is just because I feel like we want this space for the people that kind of feel like you don't fit in somewhere, right? Because it's like, oh, like I'm not the perfect churchgoer, but I'm not an atheist, but I'm not, this, I'm not that. Like we like as Christians, we need to welcome everybody in. And that's where we were our church sermon, and I missed last Sunday because of our masquerade ball, and then I had to get the kids, so I did miss last Sunday, but the Sunday before last, he was talking about how our world is in such a divide, and
Mm.
we have to stop putting our selfish feelings first of like, oh well, I don't agree with like this person, like this, like in politics or in Christianity or anything that's controversial. It's like, well, I don't want to be around them because they don't believe the way that I believe. But that is like the complete opposite of what God wants us to do. Like God wants us to show up as that good person in hopes that you will be able to lead that person that maybe doesn't think like you. Maybe you'll lead them one day to think like you and lead him to him, right?
Mm.
And it's like if we constantly put up these walls where it's like, oh, you don't think like me, oh, you don't agree like me, oh, you aren't Christian enough, or you're not this enough, or you're not Republican enough, you're not Democrat enough, you're not like whatever. It's like that's not right. Like it's not right. Like we are supposed to be all God's people, and we're all supposed to be like leading from a place of good and showing up like him and serving him. And it's like when you get into these debates where it's just like you're not right and you're not right, no 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 no, it's like that is complete opposite of what we're supposed to do. And so like I really know, and I know you feel the same way. It's like I want this podcast to be for people that can just come here and be like, feel seen, feel heard, and feel like these are my fucking people. Like, these are
Yeah.
my people. Like, we ain't perfect, but we're showing up the best that we can, and we're leading the best way we know how, and we are leading in faith. We're walking blind because, like, that's literally how I walk. I walk blind. I don't know where I'm going to end up. I don't know how it's going to look. I don't know anything, but I know that I lead because I feel it inside of me every single day on which direction to go, and that's
Yeah.
how I move. Is that
Yeah.
how it is for you too?
Yeah, I love that so, 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 so much. And like, this is something too that is like a passion project. This is something that is heart led. Like, I want to show up for this. I want to show up for our people. Like, this is a community. This
Yeah.
is something, like you said, we're growing and building this for people. It's not just for us. This is for you guys. This is
Yeah.
for like, we wanted this. Like, if I could have a podcast that I could listen to, like, this would be it. Like, two
Yes.
girls talking, like, needing a community, like, needing a space where we can get advice, where we can laugh, have some mom humor, talk business, be able to relate, pray together, just have that space to connect,
It's
because we
kind
all
of
need
like a
that
no
connection.
niche podcast. This is like a no niche. We're a little bit of everything, and I love that about us because that's truly who we are. Like me and Maya can sit in a room and in an hour talked about like 500 different things. Like,
Yeah.
like from the time we sat down to the time we left, people would be like, "What just
Whoa.
happened?"
But it's great. But
It
it's
is
great.
great because you know what? Like, we're not the only two people in the world that are like that. Okay. So I know that we're going to find all our people out here. And even though that we're just in the beginning stages of building this out and really getting ourselves out there, like, I know we are going to cross paths with so many amazing people. And we were just talking this week about just getting on like so many different people onto the podcast with us too. And just talking about your stories, whether it be about business or whether it be about mom life or whether it be about whatever it is about, we want to bring people on, and so that we can just share different perspectives of life, and obviously always rooted in God because we want to always bring it back to that. But the biggest thing is just being able to like make people feel seen, heard, and give you advice and bring you value. But even if the value is just for you to that day to be like, I'm not alone. Like I'm not
Yes.
alone. Like I got these crazy girls. Like you got us. Like you got us. Like we're down. We're down for whatever.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And the people that we're going to have, they're really cool. Like, they're
I
legit.
can't wait.
Like, our guests are awesome. Obviously, we work with women, a lot of women. Like we do work with some men, but this is probably going to be mostly like a girly podcast. And the couple of people that we have lined up, you guys are going to love them. They are also very heart led, and they're like literally so smart. They have so much knowledge to bring. I can't wait. I'm so excited. So excited.
I can't wait either. And I just can't wait for like all the diversity too, like of just
Yes.
like all the different backgrounds, and and of course most of the people we would bring on are entrepreneurs because that's just
Yeah.
where we're at. But being able to just like grab just like little nuggets from like all of these people is going to be worth so much. And that's why it's like I love podcasts, because they're free, like it's a free
Yeah.
wealth of knowledge, wealth of information, wealth of just feeling like getting something out of this. Always, like you're always going to get something out of this. But I just love the diversity of just being able to have from so many different people, from so many different backgrounds, from so many different things. Because I feel like that's when really you can reach the most people. And you can, because I feel as if when you have a podcast that is just so centered to just like a certain thing, you're going to miss out on a lot of potential people that are going to be receptive to your podcast, because it's just always centered around one thing. When you can expand and just have like so many different things, and like you can just align and like what's the word I'm looking for, but like connect and like align and like just bring it all together for people. I feel like that is just like the biggest thing, because when I listen to podcasts, like I love listening to podcasts that are like you said, like kind of just like a little bit of God, a little bit of this. And that's like when we kind of like on here today was like Amanda Francis. Like she's like somebody that I really I love to follow. I love her heart, I love her mind, I love just everything really about her and the way that she shows up, and that she's kind of like all over the place. Yes, she talks about business and manifestation and this and that, but she talks about her life, and she'll just talk about whatever. And sometimes it'll be about God, and sometimes it'll be about like, hey, I fucked up, and like whatever. Like she just kind of like is just really raw and real. And I feel like me and Maya both kind of feel strongly, and like that's just kind of how we are. And I feel like she's kind of like paved the way for women to be able to just step out and be their true selves. And that's
Yeah.
what I love. And I really want to build this podcast around is that. And I know you do the same.
Yeah, absolutely. For sure, for sure. And I want to talk too, like about relationships and stuff too. I feel like we didn't even bring that up too, because
Oh
Leah and I
yeah.
are both, I mean, we're both married, and I feel like relationships within business and obviously like faith and relationships is really important too. And like having that balance can be
Yeah.
super tough, and if you have like a spouse that doesn't support you or supports you, or if like your spouse is a breadwinner, or if Leanne, you're the breadwinner, that's
Yeah.
such a different dynamic.
Yeah.
That's actually typically the opposite dynamic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that is such a different totem than most households. So I'm sure that is so different than other people typically deal with. And like in my house too, I make great money, but my husband is the breadwinner. And like what I deal with is like I still feel like, and just to be totally vulnerable, we were actually having a conversation last night in our bedroom, and like I am the very much, like Leanne was saying, she has a squirrel brain. I am constantly in entrepreneurial mindset. I come up with business ideas. Like I text my husband business ideas weekly. I am the person that's like, no, I'm not even joking. Like I'm always like, we should do this. We should
I
buy
love
this. We should
you.
open this business, that business, this business. Like I am currently right now like building a website out to like sell thrift items in honor of my sister. So like
I
yeah,
love
I didn't even tell you that. So like, hey, I'm doing this, guys, and
that.
building note right now. Yeah. So it's I'm super excited about it. Right. It's like super fresh. My sister and I loved thrifting together. She had passed away a few years ago, so I'm doing it in honor of her. And I was sharing it with him last night, and he had kind of made a comment about like basically that he made a joking comment, but about how like, oh, are we gonna have to like change our tax estimates because you're gonna make so much money on it? And like he was joking, but like,
Yes, I know what you mean.
but he was basically saying like you're not going to make any money on it
Right.
because like I always have all these business ideas, and like to me, like yes, I didn't need to take it to heart, but like it hurt my feelings, to be honest with you, because like I know that like I always have different business ideas, and I know that I am very smart, and I know that I make excellent money with what I do with Enagic and like high ticket, but it's also like he knows that he makes a hell of a lot more money than me. He knows he's the breadwinner, like all this stuff. Like I just didn't appreciate like him making me feel stupid, because every time I go to with a business idea, like he sometimes I go to him not as a business mentor. Like I don't always want your business advice. Like I want you to just be my husband and just like be like, oh babe, that's really cool. But like
Yes.
he doesn't always know when to like take off like his like business hat and like just be my husband hat.
Yeah. I know
And like
what
that
you
for
mean.
me is like tough. And I don't know how to communicate that. Like, hey babe, can you just like not be like a business guy and like just be like my husband guy for a second? And like I feel like that's a really hard dynamic for us sometimes. And
Yeah.
you know, God made men and women very, very different.
He
Right.
did.
And I'm telling you guys this story, not to dog my husband. My husband's incredible. He loves me dearly.
Oh, I know.
He was not saying that to hurt me. He just made a little bit of a snarky comment and he apologized after. And he's like, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, babe. I love you and I'm very excited for you. And I know that. I was just in my feels a little bit, But like God made men and women very different. And like men are very literal. Men just think very literally. They're very
Oh
black and
yeah.
white. Like honestly, like men will say like, tell me what you want. Like write it on a piece of paper what you want.
Hmm.
And women are very much like, well, read my mind kind of, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
and we're just different. So I feel like for us, we have had to work a lot on communication.
Yeah.
And that's something that we're building and working on, through our like faith and everything. And like God has tested us in a few different situations to work in our communication. But
Yeah.
like it's something that we're working through, like balancing in our marriage and like through,
Hmm.
business and stuff too. And it's just like, it can be a battle sometimes, within the
Yeah.
household.
No, I get it. I get it. And like you said, they say it with like no ill intention. It's just like, but it comes across to us like, okay, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
I know, I get it, I get it. And I love your entrepreneur Obi. And she's all the time just like something I just thought of something.
I do
I
message you
love
too.
you
I
for
know.
that. I love you for that though. I love your ideas. You have incredible ideas. And I love that you're and I love the most that you just pursue them and you just do them, whether anybody gives a shit or not, like Maya does, and she's doing it. And that's all that matters. And I love that for you. And I feel like you push me out of my comfort zone and things like that, especially with like launching things. Cause I'm always like, I think everything should probably be like this. And you're just like, we're just going to wing it. I'm just like, okay. And I love it. That is so you, and that's so amazing. And that's what entrepreneurs do. And like where I do the same thing, but I feel like I try to like make it a little bit more before we just push go. And you're just like, no, we're pushing go and we're going. And I love that because I feel like I said, like we really even each other out. And then there'll be like other things where I'm just like, look, I just like created all these graphics and because this is like my thing, right? And I'm like, oh, look at this video and I do all this. And I'm like, look, isn't it great? You're just like, yep, just roll with it. Like, let's go. Like, you're just like,
Well, because like everything that she does, like Leanne is a perfectionist to a
yeah.
T, and she is so talented. She does beautiful work. She is so talented, guys. And for me, I can't do any of that. Like I give you so much credit. Like that is 100, like, and she does beautiful, beautiful, beautiful work. Me, I can't do it. So like that's just I wish I could. So that's
You
why we
should.
work we
Good.
work wonderfully together, because I can't do it and you can, and that's wonderful. So I do some brain work.
Yeah, she does the brain work, and it's like, and I do like I'm the mastermind on like the like vision of like how we're gonna get it out, like the marketing, and then she's the vision of like how it's gonna go inside, right? And so I just love that, and that's why we were paired together, and we are so much the same. Like even today, we're meeting at 11 EST, it's 10 her time, and
Yeah.
then I'm like it's 15 minutes. I'm like, okay, we just 15 more minutes, okay,
Yeah.
15 more minutes, and then we're like, okay, an hour later, here we are, but we were both late and aligned. Okay, we're always aligned. It's actually really weird how aligned we always are.
Actually,
But it was like
literally.
so yeah, it all works out. It always works out. And I feel like, when you have two people that really believe that like it's always just gonna work out and it's always working for the greater good and it just is what it is and we're just on the same wavelength that, we're just super freaking blessed to have found each other, because I feel like so many people in life not only searching for like their soulmate and a partner, but finding like a business partner that they can build literally like a dream with, you know? And I,
Yes.
because that's very rare, I think, to come across, because I feel like anytime in all other businesses I would be like, yeah, like me and this person, we're gonna pair up. And it was never where somebody like where I could like match with, because it was like I'm like all like 100% in, and then like the other person is just kind of like falling off, you
Yeah.
know? And I don't know if you felt that way, but it's like when you like have full power and like wanting to do something, but then you have like this person that you like want to go into business with, but they're just like not there. It's like you can never really make it happen. And I feel like that's where a lot of business partnerships fall off, and they'll go into business, and then like the next thing you know, the business in a couple years has crumbled because something happens, you know? And whereas even with like the seasons of life, especially that you have went through, like with a wedding and a baby, and then like, you know, my husband has heart issues, and like we're dealing through that, and like my kids are at a different stage of life where they kind of put me through heart attacks and things of that in other ways. But we always are just like, we are just so rooted in our business, like so rooted in our lives and our, you know, husbands and our children, but like in our business as well. And being able to find somebody in life that equally, you know, is like the family person, and like the person that likes to have fun, and the person that like is so solely in business too, is really really hard to find. And I just am like so blessed and thankful for you.
I feel the same. And I love you, my babe. I
I
do.
love you.
Oh my goodness. I totally feel the exact same way. And like, I feel like too, when you find somebody that like matches your energetic level is really important as well. You know,
Yes.
in relationships, in business, like you have to have that energetic feeling. You just
Oh, you
do. It's
do.
it's it's
Yeah.
it's something that you almost can't explain. Like it's not on paper. It's something that you just have to mesh.
It's
You
just a
just
flow. And that's how, like, in literally the first 5 minutes of like when I met you, I was like, I love this girl. Like, I just loved your
yeah.
energy. I just loved the everything about you, you know? And yeah, and I mean, I forgot to even like mention the part, but it's like, you know, and we were both like, we were both loved God, you know, and we both were like working on that journey together too. Like, where I feel like we've like over the last 2 years, I feel like we've really grown closer to him. But it's just like on every level, like you said, just energetically, it's just all a match.
hmm
Mhm.
Yeah, and if you have people in your life too that you feel like you're not an energetic match with, like if you are around somebody in your life and every time you're with them, you literally leave and you feel drained, they are
Yeah.
like, those are called like energy suckers. And
Hmm.
it could be family members, it could be friends, but it's a real thing. And like these are people that you need to be aware of, and you need to like, if you can spend less time with them, try to cut them out of your life, and just spend more time with people that do fill your cup. Focus on yourself. Spend more time, you know, praying with God, or like doing more things that just make you feel happy. You know, these are things that like people that just want to be negative and like live in that negative energy, they will try to take that, like it's energy attracts energy, and
Yes.
negative energy is super super contagious and super super powerful.
Yeah.
Right? That like that evil energy,
Hmm.
like it's
Hmm.
so like it's bad. Okay, it's really 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 bad, and like you don't want to be around it. You just don't. So if you start feeling it and you don't like it, get away from it as fast as freaking possible. Like for real, get away from it. Get out.
Yeah, I think that was like one of the biggest things for me, because I've always been such a people pleaser, that like it was like you just do it because they're family. You just do it because they're your friend, or you just do it because you've known them for so many years or whatever. And it's like, no. When I got here and I just started getting so crystal clear, because you guys, like you and Tara especially, just really opened up my eyes to being like, okay, you have to like eliminate these things out of your life if you want to be able to get where you're going. Because like
Yeah.
you have to protect you and yours, you know, like I know you love this person or you care about this person, but if they're not like giving back to you the way that you give to them, like you gotta get rid of it, right? Or at least distance yourself until a point where they can respect you and like can, you know, respect your boundaries or whatever. And I just feel like for me that has just been like one of the hardest things, is to like let go of friendships and let go of like family members and let go of things, but it has been the most freeing thing, where it's like it hurts in the moment, but then like once like you're over kind of like the grieving period of it, it's like wow, like I feel so much better now. Like I've just detached myself from all this toxic energy that has been draining me for years, you know?
Yes.
And now I can just fully be like myself, and like the hell with anybody else like that doesn't believe what I believe or wants to support me or wants this or that or tries to, you know, come in and manipulate what I'm doing or burn it to the ground. Like I can let go of it, because it's like, just because you're my family or you're my friend or you were this or I've known you for 20 years, like I don't owe you anything, you
No,
know?
no, no. And it's almost like think of yourself as like carrying a backpack of rocks. And like
Yeah.
that is like literally, it's like
The
that is
weight.
the weight that you're carrying of other people's like negativity in your life. And it's like,
Yes.
why are you carrying that shit? Why? Why are we carrying this weight on us every single day of other people's opinions of us, whether it's family or friends, and we're just dragging it around with us? We're fucking dragging all this weight. Why? Drop it. If you don't drop it, it's too heavy for you and you can't go up. You can't level up. You can't grow. You're like trying, you're clawing to get to that next level, and you're like, why am I not getting there? I'm trying so hard. Well, because you can't. You're carrying all this crap. Drop
Yeah.
it. Drop
Yeah.
it.
I
You
wish
know?
schools would teach this, you know? It's like teach you how to like protect your self-peace. And they don't do that. It's like they teach you to literally just like worry about like what, like, oh, you have to do this, you have to, everything has to be, you know? And it's like, no, like that's
Yeah,
not
like
what
real
this is
life
about.
skills should be taught in schools.
Yeah.
Real life skills, not like calculus. Like I understand like
Yeah.
okay, like basic math skills, like I get it. Like the
Yeah.
basics of that stuff, totally get it. But like once you become like a junior or senior in high school, like real things should be taught. Okay, like basic
Like a
taxes.
communication class, like screw English, like let's learn how to actually communicate with people. Like
Yeah.
have a conversation with people, learn the psychology behind people's brains and the way that brains work. Like none of that is like taught.
Okay, also how to fucking do a load of laundry.
Yeah.
Like literally basic stuff. Maybe like how to do a load of laundry, how to change a tire, like things that like
Yeah.
emergency situation stuff, like literally just
Choose your
basic,
own oil, like certain
just
things, like
basic,
no way.
like just literally basic things, like really basic stuff. And I agree, communication, like
Well, I mean, communication is huge. There are so many people that just don't know how to properly communicate. There are people that literally like that's like they go get jobs just so they don't like have to talk to people. And I feel like that's why so many people are that way, is because schools don't push you to communicate. Like if you're just an introvert, be the introvert in the corner, like it's fine. And it's like, you know, like I would not allow my kids to be introverts. Like there is so much to this freaking world. Like you're going to get out, you're going to go do things, you're going to go talk to people, you're going to make new friends. Like obviously like I mean, there are days where I want to be an introvert and I don't want to talk to anybody, I don't want anything. But most of the time, like I want to go out, I want to connect with people and explore. Like that's what the world is all about. And I don't really know of any truly successful people that are just like complete introverts that don't communicate, don't nothing. Like that's what success is. Like
well, and God will not have you within your purpose in your comfort zone. Your
no,
purpose is not in your comfort zone. I can 100% guarantee it. Your
that's the
purpose, your
only way.
calling, your purpose and your calling from God is not within your comfort zone. You need to step
Yeah.
out of it to get into the purpose that God has for you. You
And you
do.
can't be quiet, hidden in a room somewhere, locked in your
No.
house, like doing his work. You know what I
No.
mean? Like you just can't. So,
No.
yeah, it really just kind of like blows my mind the way, you know, the way things are. And that's why I love because I send my kids to a private school and it kind of like mimics, it mimics like homeschool type whatever. Like they don't really do like technology. It's all about, you know, like they constantly have like get-togethers. Like it's like Friends Day and bring your parents in and we like do lunches together and everybody will like set up like picnics on the floor and everybody like connects and it's like all about family and community. Like that's what the whole school is about.
I
Literally
love
like
that.
multiple times a month it's like community get-togethers. And like we just had like a fall festival, and it's like that's like what I want. Like that's what I really
Yeah.
want, because like that's what I would be doing like if it were for me, but like honestly, like three kids homeschooling, it's just a lot. Um
Yeah.
but that's what I would be doing, right? Like if the roles didn't reverse and I was still like the stay at home, my husband was out still like, being the breadwinner, I would be out like, like with co-ops and like going and doing all the things and getting them out in the world. My kids
Hmm.
don't need to be geniuses. They just need to be good-hearted people that want to go make a change in this world. Like that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I can totally agree with you. Like, I'm not expecting my kid to, yeah, like win the Nobel Peace Prize. Like,
Yeah, I just don't care about that. Like I
yeah.
want them to be good humans that want to go change the world in their way, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I got a little boy. I want him to play sports because I think that's cool. I
Yeah,
want to be like a sports mom. I want
I
to be like
love
a
it.
ball mom, like go
Do
get him,
it.
get him. Like I want to be like that mom. Like I want to wear like a shirt that says like Colby's #1 fan, mom. Like. But
I
like,
love it.
yeah.
Chris is in soccer and it's so fun. Like, oh my gosh. Like it's not a contact sport, obviously, but like soccer, it's just so fun because he can run and not like never get tired. So it's just really good for him. But
Oh,
it is so fun because he's so good at it. And he like literally got like
really?
he got 8 goals the one day. I was like, yeah.
Wow.
I know, and he's 6.
Oh my
So
gosh.
but it
Okay, so
is. It's the best feeling in the world. So I feel you on sport mom.
so I really want basketball. So basketball was like my favorite sport growing up. So I want
I love
basketball.
basketball. I did that for 9 years.
Oh my gosh, really? Shut up. I didn't
Yeah,
know
I
that.
was on a traveling team and everything. It was
Me
amazing. That's so
too.
cool.
Stop
What?
it.
Stop! How do we not know this?
Oh my god, baller. What? Of course.
Of
Why are we
course we
not
were.
surprised?
I don't know. How do we never talk about this? I don't know. But that is so funny that we both did that. Stop
Yes.
it. I love that.
I was a baller, you were a baller, of
We're
course.
ballers. I
Oh,
love basketball. Yeah, I would love my kids to get into that for sure.
oh my god, too funny. So funny, hilarious. Okay. Love it.
It's like, yeah, how funny is it to just be like on a podcast and just be like, hey, I thought we knew everything about each other and now we just didn't. And that's amazing. See,
Yeah.
this podcast is apparently for us too now.
It is. Clearly, we're finding out more things that we did not know that we were in alignment about, guys. This is just what happens. This is,
Constant alignment. I love that. I
I do
actually
too.
freaking love that. Like it blows my mind. But yeah, about you getting I'm Colby's #1 fan on your shirt. Like, oh, these have to be made. Like, we need to get these made because I will do that for all my kids and be that mom.
Yes!
Like,
#1 fan! Eh! Like embarrassing mom, like showing up, like beep, beep, eh! Like, mom, stop. You know?
oh, I definitely am already the embarrassing mom because I'm like, come here, give me a kiss.
Oh, do they still give you kisses?
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, both yeah, even Kensley, she's very, very loving, even though she's 10 now and she's like the big 10 and she's like pretty much like ready to go buy her first house and everything. She's very loving and loves like me, but she also is like, I'm like the influencer mom, because I'm like show up online and I do this.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not an influencer, Kensley. But she's like, yes, you are. That's what you do. So, anyways, all her friends would be like, "Your mom's an influencer." So they
Ah.
like. So I'm right. I'm cool right now, at least for now,
Oh.
until they're probably like 16, and then they'll be like, "Okay, can you not show up on the internet like that?"
You're the cool mom.
For now, believe me, I'm. It's already every now and then they'll be like, "Something I did was cringe." That's the main
Oh,
thing.
cringe? Is that like,
Yeah.
so what are the words right now for kids? I feel like there's always like weird like terms that like I find out that I don't
Six
know.
seven, 6'7's really big right now. I
What's
don't really
that?
know what that is, but that's like apparently a song. It's like a hip hop rap song. I don't know, but it's like 6'7", and I
Eight,
don't
nine,
know, but
10.
all the kids say it. So like they're all the time like, "Mom, say 6'7", and I'm like 6'7". So there's that. There's
6'7".
um yeah, there's I'm gonna crash out. I'm about to crash out. I actually use that because actually I am half the time crashing out.
Okay, I know that. Yeah, like like I'm like going crazy, like I'm about to crash out. Like I get that. Yeah, okay.
They say
Okay.
that. I
Oh
can't even
no.
think of all the things they say, but like the kids lingo literally cracks me up. Um,
Yeah. I don't even
bet
know.
bet, like they'll be like, bet, like if it's a good thing, like, oh, we're gonna go do this. Oh, bet. Yeah, let's go.
Bet.
Yeah, bet
Hmm.
means like heck yeah, I
Are you,
guess.
do they call you bro or no? Are they in that stage?
No, not so, Crimson calls everybody bro. He's so macho. He's my macho like man. And he does. He apparently calls the teachers that, but they all like laugh there because it's like a Montessori school, so they're just kind of like they don't care. They're
They
like,
don't
oh,
care.
we just redirect. Like everything's fine there. Like
Yeah.
everything. Yeah. So it's like, I'm always like, oh my gosh, because I'll be like, bro, but they don't care. They probably just like bro back, I guess.
We use our kind words.
Yes, we are good here. I'm always just like, oh my gosh. Yeah, that's my boys for you. Yeah, boys are just a whole nother animal. So you just wait.
Oh, girl, I already know. I 1000% literally,
So
Colby.
they start. Is he talking yet? Because you're gonna be in trouble when he's like saying when he's doing. Oh my gosh, my boys are like they're the cusps because obviously I have a cussing problem. So like there's that, and so I'm always just like really. I'm just to the point, kind of like in our business world and in just in life, it's just like nothing really surprises me. So when they do that kind of stuff, I'm just like we
Well, that
just
one
ignore
time
it and move on.
you were on that Zoom call or whatever, and one of your boys ran in with the Halloween mask on or something.
It's literally my life. Yeah, I'm literally like closing like a $16,000 sale, and he like comes in with like ghost face or something. I don't know. It was like some kind of mask, and he's just like, and he doesn't even just like pop in the screen. Like he's literally just is like in the screen, like behind me, and then people are just like,
Like, oh, there's a man behind you.
I'm like, yeah, sorry. Any time between like the end of September to like mid November, like Halloween masks are real big in this house.
Just ignore.
It's fine. It's fine. And that's what I love about this. And that's what, that was like one other thing I was going to say. It's like, I just couldn't hold a job, like a real
Yeah,
job. I would be fired pretty much like probably within a month because I'm always late.
me
Like
too. Me
always late.
too.
Like I could never show up to a job on time, like ever. Like when I had jobs, like I was always late and they would constantly write me up, but I would never get fired because I was such a good worker. But like I didn't look good on paper because I was just always late.
I was always like 10 minutes late too, but I was also a really good worker as well. Like, I was about
Yeah,
typically 10, about 10. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It was
But
like,
I also like
yeah.
would roll in with my Starbucks. So it was like, hey, like,
I would just like act like it was no big deal. Just like, hey, like, what are we doing? I'm like, quick,
yeah,
on my computer on. I'm ready to go.
it's
Yeah.
fine. All
I'm
good.
like, I always give people kudos. I'm like, I don't know how you guys work a 9 to 5 job just because I couldn't make it there on time.
I
Like, I
know.
just physically can't get somewhere on time, no matter how hard I try. I can't do it. And then, like, it was funny because the girl that does my eyebrows, I was telling her, I was like, I don't know how you guys do it. Like, I don't know how you like get to work on time, how like everything just always works out because like my kids are just always going to end up needing me. My husband's going to end up needing me. I'm going to need to go home. Like, I
Yeah.
got to go do things.
Yeah.
And stuff. And then it was funny because she was like, yeah. And then there's like, you, like, I don't know how you do it. Like, I don't know how, like, the responsibility that you have to like run a team and like the responsibility of like, hey, I don't really work, but like I have to show up to work, like you have to come into your office because people will
Yeah.
ask that, like, how do you get in that mindset that's like every day I have to come into work even though like I don't go to work? And it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. So I guess it's just, different worlds, different people.
Like you're
Um,
on, but you're not, but you're on. Yeah. It's
yeah.
different. It's different for sure. Like our phones are always on us. Like that's the hard part that like you have to explain to people like when you're on your phone, like working, people just think you're on your phone.
Yeah.
You know? People like I have to tell like Chase sometimes like he'll be talking to me I'm like hold on babe I'm working but like you're like on your like a lot of times like because I do everything well not everything but like I mostly work from my phone for our
Yeah.
work unless I'm like
Like
on a sales call
90%.
typically
Yeah.
yeah so people like think I'm like on just like scrolling or whatever I'm like oh, I'm actually working and like responding to people and stuff but yeah people think I'm just
Like
like just hanging out on my phone.
I literally actually never know what's going on, and people will be like, "But you're on social media every day." I'm like, "Yeah, but I literally only do it really for work." So I
Yeah.
really don't do social media that much for like play.
No.
It's more for
No.
always.
It's literally I'm in chats, yeah, we're working. We're
Yeah,
working.
we're like constantly working, but yeah, like oh my gosh, I feel like we've just went all over the world today on this podcast, and I think it was incredible. A little bit of controversy, a little bit of real life, like
Yes.
marriage life, life as moms, life all the things. So I think today was really good, and I hope everybody gets some good nuggets and value out of this because, or if anything, it just made you laugh, it made you smile, it made you like feel normal.
Yes.
I feel like
Mostly
because
it's
it's
just
just
yes.
yeah.
Sometimes it's just good to disconnect. Maybe you're listening to this on the way home from work or something, and you just felt like you were just like
Yes.
talking to some besties. Sometimes you just need that,
Yeah.
some girl talk. Yeah, for sure.
I love girl talk. I love real talk, and I love doing life with you, Bill.
You too, Boo.